Boys, big news dropping. 3 new Lightspeed bundles confirmed in the data mine. We're going to go through a little bit of the information here, and we'll talk about them a little bit each one and what I think is going to be in them, what I think is probably not going to be in them, and then prices as well. One of these I'm actually really confused on, so I really want your answers down below in the comments. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So you can see in the text file, or the file name for this one, this is Lightspeed Bundle Jedi Master Luke requirements bundle.png. This one I think is going to be pretty easy. We'll look at it when we get into game. The second one is Lightspeed Bundle all hands on deck bundle.png. So keep that in mind for this one. It's not called the Han Solo Lightspeed Bundle. It's called the all hands on deck Lightspeed Bundle. So interesting. The last one, Lightspeed Bundle R2D2 requirements bundle. All right, let's hop over to the game and take a look at what I think is actually going to be in it. So the JML Lightspeed bundle, I think, is not going to be as good as the Ray or SWGOH bundle, but I also think it might be like a little cheaper. The reason I say that is because most of the requirements that we need for JML, we have already been given in other Lightspeed bundles. So if CG wants to actually make this pack valuable for people that have bought other Lightspeed bundles, then these are the characters they need to include. They need to include Hermit Yoda, they need to include Mon Mothma, they need to include 3PO and Chewie, and they need to include Lando. I know Lando was technically included in Secrets and Shadows, but Lando was Relic 3 in Secrets and Shadows, and we need him at Relic 5 for Jedi Master Luke. So these are the 4 requirements that were not given that aren't legendary quick characters. If we look over at JML, Jedi Knight Luke, they can't really give you that. It's a legendary character. Jedi Training Ray, same thing. R2D2, same thing. Chewbacca, same thing. All 4 of those are legendary characters. I don't think they're going to break their own rule, which they've established thus far, of not giving you legendary characters in these Lightspeed bundles. They could include some of these other things in here, like Old Ben, like Wedge, Biggs, and Princess Leia, and maybe give them to you at like R5 or something to try to get the people that already have Jedi Master Luke to grab this bundle and take them to slightly higher relic levels. But I kind of don't see them do that. I think this is intended to be a cheap bundle that will have just those requirements on there. The other thing we need to talk about is ships, because Jedi Master Luke does have a couple of ships that are required. Specifically, he requires the Millennium Falcon, Biggs, I can't remember if it's Jedi Master Luke or Jedi Knight Luke that require Biggs' X-Wing, and then the Rebel Y-Wing. So perhaps one of those or 2 of those, the Biggs X-Wing and then Rebel Y-Wing are in there. But again, Millennium Falcon's a legendary. So I don't know what they're going to do about legendary ships. And that kind of brings us into our next thing, which is Han Solo's all hands on deck. That makes me think about pilots, but there's not that many Rebel pilots that we didn't already get into the Jedi or the Secrets and Shadows Lightspeed bundle. And so, or not Secrets and Shadows, I don't even know if that's what it's called now. I've been saying that, but the Thrawn and Emperor Palpatine Lightspeed bundle. I feel like we already got those requirements. So for this new Lightspeed bundle for Han Solo, I'm kind of at a loss. When I first saw it, I thought, okay, maybe this is just going to be kind of like the Ki-Adi-Mundi Lightspeed bundle, where it's just going to give you Han Solo and get him relicked for you. But I don't even know if that's the case, because I don't know who that's for. Like, I feel like 99% of the people in this game have Han Solo relicked, and if they don't, they're free-to-play players. So maybe this is like a $5 bundle just to get Han Solo relicked. But maybe that's a line that I'm missing too, all hands on deck, and maybe there's something else that I should be thinking of for that. But this is the one I'm really at a loss for, and I want your guys' opinions on what you think is going to be in this. Maybe some other things around Millennium Falcon, but like the requirements for the Millennium Falcon are bounty hunter ships. So are they going to do bounty hunters again, or bounty hunter ships with this? I really don't know. So I'm open to your guys' opinions on that one. This last one is the one I think that we can talk about the most, and that's the R2D2 Lightspeed bundle. So First thing we have is our non-Imperial Trooper Empire characters. I think this is the most likely thing that happens, is that we get some of these characters with some from this next category that I'll just show you already, is the cheap troopers, I'm calling them. These are non-Cairo troopers that are not pilots, that are just kind of like, I don't know, like most people have them at this point. So I think maybe these first 2 rows is what we get for the R2-D2 Lightspeed bundle. I don't think it's going to be as good as like the Emperor Palpatine Thrawn bundle, where we get like all of the Empire faction at Relic 3, like we did with the Rebel faction. We get them all at Relic 3. It would be amazing if that's the case. I just don't know if that's going to happen. And so I'm kind of trying to be cautiously optimistic about this one. So I'm thinking the non-Imperial Trooper Empire characters are a shoo-in for this. Wow, I just dated myself with saying that. And then I think the cheap Imperial Troopers, the reason I call these guys cheap is just because of their accessibility to farm. They're easy. They're been in the game for such a long time. None of them are Kairos. None of these are pilots. And then I have the kind of cheap troopers. These are more premium troopers, but not as premium as these ones down here, that I think are not very likely to come into the bundle. So I think it's unlikely that we get like Piet, Iden, Scout Trooper, Moff Gideon, or Dark Trooper. Specifically, Scout Trooper is definitely not being in this bundle. If they are going to give us some troopers, I could see maybe throwing Piet in there over Iden, Moff Gideon, or Dark Trooper. I could also see these kind of cheap troopers being more likely than these premium troopers down here. Another one that I really hope is in the bundle, but I don't think is going to happen, is Gar and ISC. I think they have plans for Mandalorians. Ignore SLKR down there. He's just to bump up the row so you can see it behind my head. Gar and ISC technically have Empire tag. They're used obviously with like a Mandalorian team most of the time, or kind of as like a 2-man solo. It'd be amazing if they came in the bundle. I think it's kind of a hope and a prayer, so I don't think that's very likely. If I had to put my money on it, on all of these bundles, on pricing and who's in it, Jedi Master Luke is probably going to be a $15 to $20 bundle. It's going to have these characters plus a couple of duplicates that we've already seen, and it's, for most people, I think is not going to be that great of a value. Han Solo, if I had to guess right now, just because I have no other guesses, a $5 bundle with just Han Solo at Relic 5 or something, or a $10 bundle with Han Solo at Relic 5. That's kind of all I got on that one. And then for the R2-D2 bundle, I'm going to say that it's going to be these 2 lines, the non-Imperial Troopers and the cheap troopers. It's going to give them to at Relic 3. And depending on price is going to be if they include these other 3 down here. If they don't include those, I'm going to say $20, maybe $15. If they do include these, closer to the $25 range. So let me know what you guys think. If you have better guesses than I do in the comments below, let me know. But I wanted to get this out to you guys as fast as possible so that you can know and you can start saving in case you are one of those kind of budget players that needs to budget out and don't end up spending stuff with the anniversary. So I love you guys. Take care and peace.